Wasn't sure where to start this video. This video is a little bit more serious than the usual video, hence no background music. I know I said a few days ago that I would probably delete everything in terms of the brand Zero Excuse. The reaction from the community made me reevaluate this decision, and instead of deleting everything I own, I figured I would just take some time off, but I want to dive more into this. Being an entertainer is fun, and for the past 4 years, I've had the time of my life creating content for you guys. However, there's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes that you guys don't really get to see, and if you do get to see it, you see a very tiny sliver of what's going on. If we go back to the beginning of my problems, I grew up with an abusive stepfather, 17 years of my life. During this time, he used his electric wheelchair as a weapon against my mother and I. Because of this, my mother was often depressed, and she often spent the day in bed because she didn't have the motivation to do anything else. She'd cook dinner sometimes, but a lot of the time I was to fend for myself on frozen burritos and cans of spaghetti-o. Also, because of this, I really didn't have a parental figure. This is why my teeth are so messed up, if you haven't already noticed. No one was really there to tell me, hey dumbass, brush your teeth or they're all gonna fall out. My parents really didn't give a shit, and my mother couldn't, and my father was too busy re-recording and reselling amateur porn online. Don't ask. This led to me not having very many friends in school. I was often mocked. No one really knew what was going on because I didn't want to tell them, because I had been convinced that Child Protective Services was 100 times worse than the situation that I was currently in. I did end up in Child Protective Services once, and I fucking hated it. I've never told the full context of this story to anyone, and there's more that I could dive into. But this is a very TLDR version of it. I grew up with depression, and I think it's safe to say that I have a mental health issue, because for the longest time, I've told myself the lie that I don't need help, that this is just a phase. Whenever I've gotten upset or depressed, I've had this trigger in my brain where I shut everything down and block everyone out. I often go into my own little world, put myself in a box, and tell myself that everyone would be better off without me, that I would be better off dead. I never realized until recently that my actions tend to worry people to the point that it affects their anxiety and their own mental health. And in turn of shutting myself down and putting myself in this box, I've ended up pushing people away without even realizing it. It was never my intention to make anybody worried to the point of affecting anyone else's mental health. I guess that I was too selfish and too unaware of the hurt that I was causing the people around me because of my pathetic actions and words. There's more that I could go into about my current life situation, but I really don't want to bother anyone with the minute details. The main purpose of this video was to tell everyone that I'm taking a break from live streaming, and I'm going to be looking into getting the help that I so desperately need. I'll still be in my Discord from time to time, and I'll most likely be on social media should anyone want to reach out. That'll be the best place to do it. I don't have an exact time frame of when I'll be back, but my goal is September, after I've found someone to sit down and talk about my problems with. I still plan to go to TwitchCon, and yes, I still plan to drive a school bus down to San Diego. Stay tuned for that. I want to take the opportunity of this video to apologize to anyone that I may have hurt, or to anyone that I may have pushed away. If there was anything that I could do to turn back the clock and change my actions, I would. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.